This is the having your cake and eating it too version of the electric vehicle. I'm talking about the Lucid Air, which can be had with absolutely wild power and a truly luxurious experience, plus the best driving range you'll find today. So, if you've got a lot of dough waiting to be spent on a new vehicle and you want to go electric, you should take a look at the Lucid Air, and I'll help you figure out which one to buy. The Lucid Air is offered in 5 different trims, and the price starts to skyrocket as you climb the ladder. But so too does the horsepower and mind-bending quickness on offer. Let's start first with the $89,050 Lucid Air Pure. This is the entry point in the lineup and features a single motor mounted at the rear axle. Additionally, an all-wheel drive and dual motor setup is available as an option and costs $5,500. Even with just the rear-wheel drive setup though, it's no slouch. Lucid says the Pure has 480 horsepower on tap and will run from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.8 seconds. And this is where the party starts. 19-inch aero range wheels come standard, but 20-inch wheels are an option. On the inside, you'll find a leather alternative interior, the Dream Drive driver assistance system, room for 5, and the option to add in Lucid's Surreal Sound Pro audio system. It's a $4,000 option, but features the world's first integration of Dolby Atmos into an automobile. So if you're an audiophile, it sounds like you need to say yes to that one. The Lucid Pure boasts 410 miles of range and can charge at speeds of up to 250 kilowatts. Next is the Lucid Air Touring. This model starts at $109,050 and comes standard with a dual motor all-wheel drive setup. Power rises to 620 horsepower, the 0 to 60 time drops to around 3.4 seconds, and now the 20-inch wheels are standard. You can spec the 19s as an option or jump up to 21-inch wheels if you prefer. While the Pure has a metal roof, the Air Touring can be optioned with a glass canopy over your head. And now you can spec real leather interiors with natural wood trim. The projected range for the Air Touring is 425 miles. Next up is the Air Grand Touring, and this is where we start getting really wild. The base price of this trim is around $140,000. That's a large jump from the Touring. The power now sits at 819 horsepower. The 0 to 60 time has dropped to just 3 flat, and the range has risen to a truly remarkable 516 miles. Now, that glass canopy roof is standard, as is the fancy sound system. More interior finishes are available too, including Alcantara inserts. Still, you can push the Air Grand Touring to the next level if you select the performance version. No, the 819 horsepower having one isn't the performance model. The Grand Touring Performance produces 1,050 horsepower. Here you'll get from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.6 seconds, and the range only dips to 446 miles. The top speed is 168 miles per hour, and charging speeds rise to 300 kilowatts. If you want this one though, we climb from $140,000 up to $180,650, and we still have 2 more trims to go because I'm counting the performance as an optional version of the Grand Touring model. Next up is the Air Dream Edition, and you can't buy this one because the order books are closed for this limited model. I'm still mentioning it here because it's wild. The dual motor setup yields up to 1,111 horsepower, and the estimated driving range is 520 miles. The 0 to 60 mile per hour time is as low as 2.5 seconds, but as I said, this one is sold out, so let's get right to the king of the hill. The Lucid Air Sapphire. It takes everything we've just talked about and pushes it to the moon. The price, it's just over $250,000. Instead of 2 motors, Lucid's added a third to put 1 up front and 2 in the rear. Now the output is over 1,200 horsepower. And Lucid claims that this is enough shove to see the Sapphire dip below the 2-second mark on 0 to 60 blasts. It's not just quick though, as Lucid also claims it will hit 200 miles an hour. The wheel setup is staggered with 20s up front and 21s out back. In the cabin, the seats get more bolstering, and the top-tier driver assistance system, Dream Drive Pro, is standard. That sound system is too, of course. You can only order it in Sapphire Blue. There are no options to spec. It's just $250,000 and it drives like a hypercar with room for your family and your groceries. So which one should you buy? Well, if money doesn't matter to you, then get the Insano Sapphire. Otherwise, I think the Touring and the Grand Touring are probably the sweet spot of the bunch. Especially the Touring really, since it's still crazy quick has great power, will return up to 300 miles of range in just over 20 minutes on a fast charger, and doesn't cost a wild amount relative to the rest of the lineup. No matter which one you pick, all Lucids come standard with 3 years of free fast charging at Electrify America stations. And if the station you pull up to is broken, you probably have enough range left to make it to the next station down the road.